Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are discussing three terms: free oscillations, damped oscillations, and maintained oscillations. And finally, we will discuss resonance. So, what is meant by free oscillation? If a body capable of oscillation is slightly displaced from its position of equilibrium and left free, it starts oscillating with a frequency of its own. Such oscillations are called free oscillations. For example, in the case of a swing, if we slightly displace that swing will oscillate with one particular frequency. So that oscillations are called as free oscillations of the swing, and the frequency with which the body oscillates freely is called as natural frequency. And the natural frequency, the expression we have 1 by 2 pi into root of k by m. In the absence of dissipative forces, a body vibrates with a constant amplitude and fixed frequency. Such oscillations are called as undamped oscillation. So dissipative forces means opposing forces. So naturally all the oscillations, actually they are damped oscillations, because the case of swing itself, after setting it into oscillation, after some time it will stop. It's because of damping. So damping due to the presence of air resistance. So undamped oscillations are actually highly imaginary one, but such oscillations we can set up in the experimental arrangement without air, in vacuum and all. So such oscillations, they are called as undamped oscillation, which oscillates with constant amplitude and with same frequency. So examples, the vibrations of the prongs of tuning fork struck against a rubber pad. The tuning fork, if it is struck against a rubber pad, if it is hit at a rubber pad and taken, we can see that prongs of the tuning fork is vibrating, and we can hear the sound. And you can see the guitar, the instruments, violin, the strings, they vibrate. So those vibrations, we can assume them to be undamped oscillations. That's what. Now what is meant by, so this graph shows, the first graph shows undamped oscillation. Now damped oscillation means the oscillations in which the amplitude decreases gradually with time and die out. That means it stops. In most of the oscillations, a part of the energy of the oscillating system is lost in the form of heat and in overcoming the resistive forces. As a result, the amplitude of such oscillations decreases exponentially with time, and eventually the oscillations die out. So that is what the graph shows, the second graph. The amplitude is gradually decreasing and finally it's becoming zero. Amplitude becoming zero means the oscillation stops. So a mass suspended from a spring and vibrating in a liquid, it's an example because very soon it will stop. The oscillations of a swing in air, as I told, it is an example of damped oscillation. Now maintained oscillation, if to an oscillating system the energy is continuously supplied from outside at the same rate at which energy is lost by it, then its amplitude can be maintained constant. Such oscillations are called maintained oscillations. So here the system oscillates with its own natural frequency. The oscillations of balance wheel of a watch in which the main spring provides the required energy is an example. The child swing in which energy is continuously fed to maintain constant amplitude. If one person is pushing, or if with the help of his own leg he is getting that energy, those are examples of maintained oscillations. Now, forced oscillation. Forced oscillation means when a body oscillates under the influence of external periodic force, not with its own natural frequency, but with the frequency of external periodic force. Its oscillations are said to be forced oscillations. The external agent which exerts the periodic force is called the driver, and the oscillating system under consideration is called as driven body. So examples we have That means when a vibrating tuning fork is kept against or kept on a table, if you keep your ears close to the table, you can hear a huge sound. It's because of the vibration of the table, because vibrating tuning fork forces the table to vibrate. So the table will come into forced oscillation. Whenever a body is in forced oscillation, it vibrates with the frequency of the forcing body. Then the soundboards of all stringed musical instruments like sitar, violin, etc., they execute forced oscillations, and the frequency of oscillation is equal to natural frequency. And it is because of the vibration of that air in the soundboard, actually we are hearing sound, that music sound. Now only that much is needed, this graph is not needed. Now finally, the term called resonance. What is meant by resonance? So we said about natural frequency and we said about forced oscillation. When a body is in forced oscillation, we already mentioned the body vibrates or oscillates with the frequency of the forcing body. Now, by chance, if the frequency of forcing body or if the frequency of forced oscillation becomes equal to the natural frequency of the body, if the frequency of forced oscillation becomes equal to natural frequency of the body starts vibrating with maximum amplitude. That phenomenon is called as resonance. So I repeat, if the frequency of forced oscillations becomes equal to the natural frequency of a body, the body vibrates with maximum amplitude. That phenomenon is called as resonance. There are many examples for resonance. An aircraft passing near a building shatters its window panes. It's because of the fact that the natural frequency of the window may be equal to the frequency of the forced oscillation caused due to the sound waves sent by the aeroplane. So because of that, this window glasses of this building, it starts vibrating with maximum amplitude. When it vibrates with maximum amplitude, it shatters. That's what is happening. The same thing happens at the time of what we say Vedikkat, at the time of festivals and all, no. So at that time also, nearby houses, they suffer this, they come across this problem. Now another example I'll say, that is when soldiers are crossing a hanging bridge, they are usually asked to stop marching. Otherwise, what happens, when they march, when they cross over a hanging bridge, when they march, that marching has got a rhythm. It is a periodic motion. So if the frequency, that means when they march, they set the hanging bridge also into oscillation. So that is what we call as forced oscillation. So here the hanging bridge comes under forced oscillation because of the marching of the soldiers. In case if the frequency of this forced oscillation of the hanging bridge becomes equal to its own natural frequency, then the bridge starts vibrating with maximum amplitude, because of which the brick or the bridge collapses. It collapses actually. So in order to avoid that, the soldiers, they are asked to stop marching when they pass or when they cross over a hanging bridge. Like that, many examples we have for resonance. Resonance column and sonometer, they are the two experimental devices or apparatus, we can say, which work on the principle of resonance. So when we discuss it in our practical session, we will discuss further on it. So keep in mind the two devices, resonance column and sonometer. So only this much for today. Thank you.